Kevin again, and now I'm here at the Buckhorn Family Children and Family Services, and I have Stephen with me, and we're just going to have a little discussion. So, Stephen, can you give me a little bit of background, where you come from?
Well, I come from a small town in eastern Kentucky, Beattyville, Kentucky, and I was an iron worker most of my life. I'm retired now, disability, and
so you said you were a line worker. You for a power company or a
no,
contractor?
I was worked for a contractor, and I got 22 years in it.
Okay.
And,
wow. Yeah, my dad just used to work in the utility business. When you said line, I mean they had contractors and
iron worker.
Iron worker. Oh, iron worker.
Yeah, I worked away from home a lot.
So you went up to all over like Pittsburgh and Iowa, Ohio.
No, mostly down south.
So, really?
Yeah. I've done a lot of the stadiums.
Okay, so you were doing a lot of the Okay, so you were building the stadiums and other stuff then.
Yeah, Atlanta, Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
Just all over really, from Texas to Connecticut on the coast.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just curious. What's your background story for what's brought you here?
What brought me here? Well, I lived with this woman quite a few years, and after I moved back here, and we kind of went our separate ways, and I got on methamphetamine, and I'm here now.
Yeah.
And thank God I am here.
And how long you been here now?
Well, tomorrow will be my 30 days.
Okay. And that's one of the things Billy was trying to say is that you're gonna it's insurance is what you're mainly through.
Yeah.
And you worked for 30 years, so that's actually, believe it or not, you've got a little bit of decent insurance. Less the Lord for that. But, is there anything that you see that we would need that you would need from Buckhorn or other services? Like I said, we're from Mission Service. We help Buckhorn any way we can. You would like to request any type of like services from us that you say, hey, we would, you could help out, that you see as a shortfall?
Well, I really can't right off the bat, but, right off the top of my mind, but mostly a lot of literature and stuff on this, I don't see a whole lot of, unless someone prints it off or something like that.
You're talking about the literature, trying to find people finding the stuff.
Right.
Okay. Okay, so that is a great suggestion, and I will bring that up with Mr. Sherp and with Billy to say how can we get out literature and the word out for people like out in the street that.
I hope you do. I really do.
Curious. So how did you find this place?
Well, they have a place in Beattyville called the Hub, and I was down there one day, and they help people get into these kind of places. And I said, I think it's time to go, because I've been to one of these before, and like I was telling these guys down here a few days ago, the first time I went, they had to look me up and drag me to it.
Mm-hmm.
But this time,
you went on your own.
I went on my own, and I came in my own.
Yeah, that's a good thing too, because you don't want to be incarcerated with the justice system saying, because they treat you bad.
Yes, they do.
I've been in, I've dealt with that in some capacity in the past, where it basically, you make people worse than versus better, so.
Sometimes that's true.
I'm glad you're able to help out. Like I said, anything that you get, I'm glad you're able to.
I take this stuff. I take this pretty serious because
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting to the age now where I don't get too many. I won't get too many more chances like this,
Right.
man.
Well, if one thing, if somebody could connect and say, "That's my story," just what we're trying to tell Billy, we're just trying to get the word out to get somebody in to help at least find somebody. Hey, there's, like you were saying, there's no literature. There's no way that people don't find it. You know, they don't find these rehab centers.
No.
So we're trying to find. We're trying to reach. We're trying to broaden any way possible. You know, through all the contacts, maybe you talk about hospitals,
Right.
you know, and social media.
This is actually
Anyway.
one of the better places I've ever been to.
Great,
It really is. It sure is.
great.
I'm glad to have found it.
Billy was
Grateful.
go ahead.
I'm very grateful.
Yeah. Well, Billy yesterday was talking about how what makes it successful is that you feel like family here. You feel like this is
Yeah.
the family, and then you found the Lord.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, what that is, but that's what it says. What comes down to. You know, I hear, I hear horror stories with a lot of relapses, and then where I live at, you talk about meth and fentanyl. Fentanyl is bad.
Yes,
where
it
we,
is.
Where we are, even that's in the
It's
metro
bad
Atlanta.
where we are too, sir.
So it's not. It's hit the country like a storm, and it's not. It hit the country. Urban, suburban, rural. It didn't matter, and it hit people who are.
And it don't discriminate on anybody.
No. And that's one drug. I have my own opinions, and I'll keep my mouth shut about it because I have my own opinions why it's gotten that way.
Yeah, I got my own too. I
Um,
got my own too.
But it has affected areas where you wouldn't think, and it's affected people
That you wouldn't think.
you wouldn't think.
That's right.
I mean,
He could take the best of the best,
yeah, and it's
right along with the worst of the worst.
yes. I mean, you're no different than anybody else, and all of a sudden, you people are like, "Well, what did I do wrong?" Well, nothing really. That's the problem.
Not really.
So, man, yeah, that is a bad. That is not a. I mean, this fentanyl crisis. That's hope. I'm hoping that people, meaning the government, start taking it serious more than they are now.
I
And
wish
start
they
saying-
would.
Start saying, "Hey guys, it's
Instead
killing
of-
more people than any. It's the leading cause of death for people between 20 and 35.
You're right. You're right. I've had so many friends of mine
You know,
that's gone. They're just gone.
you know,
I mean, you just
Yeah.
wouldn't realize.
so.
Couldn't realize. I swear.
I appreciate your time. Like I said, I hope you can reach out. You know, somebody can hear your story.
Someone does.
But you triggered my mind about how to contact other resources too. And I'm thinking that we might want to go. You know, I'm glad you. That's one of the reasons why I want to talk because people like you got ideas. And okay, that might be I never thought of. There's. Because I talk to people at our church who's gotten done through rehab, and they go, "Well, we need this and that." Okay, great. And you come up with something. Everybody has a different idea.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about this. So, all right. If you have anything else to say,
That's about it, sir.
okay. I do.